Hi, NA, Jason William Mitchiner, Galbraith, GAOMG. Last time I dropped some videos, I was going for my ancestral Galbraith castle titles and lands, and I had to upload all my DNA onto this family tree DNA so everybody could trace back through my DNA and my paper trail exactly like where I come from in Scotland, and it was great. And but then everybody from Clan Galbraith to Scotland Parliament, Lord Lion, King of Arms, Scotland Yard, they're like, who are you? Why are you think you can get all of your ancestral castles, titles, and lands? Because all your Scottish comes from your maternal side. And that I felt like really aggravated me, because I'm very Scottish and it is from my maternal side, but I did see that my biological father, my paternal side, does have some Scottish with them, and my ancestors from the paternal side come from London and Surrey, so those are people of influence, a very important area. And House Stewart, that was king of Scotland and England, the Stewarts, they all came to London and they didn't really leave. They didn't go up to Scotland that often. So when I started to look at my paternal side, I couldn't believe that this is my biological father that I haven't spoken to in over 20 years. And I couldn't believe over the pandemic, COVID, he uploaded all of his DNA and I uploaded mine for Clan Galbraith. So now I'm able to see exactly through his DNA and his haplogroup. And this is the most important thing, because when I started to look at my paternal side, the Scottish line, a lot of the Stewart and House of Stewart, all the Stewarts, really important, prominent people, kept coming up. So I looked into this and I typed in on the family tree DNA, this is for the royal Stewarts, and you have to meet all of these very specific DNA markers in order to qualify for your DNA to really prove that you are royalty. So the biggest one, just to start out, you have to have this RM269. So then when I looked at my paternal father that uploaded his DNA, I saw, okay, great, I have the very beginning of what you need to be royalty. And then when I went on 23andMe, you're able to break down your haplogroup. On Ancestry.com, they don't have that functionality. And doing this, I can break down exactly all of my DNA snippets. And when I went on the royal Stewart background, they highlighted the snippets, the very specific ones you need, the 744, 745, 746, and others. And when I started looking at all of my DNA breakdown, I was stunned to find out exactly all of my haplogroup markers that match with House Stewart, royalty. So this right here is a marker that you need further down the line, this 745 marker, and then it goes down to House Stewart right here, and then this RS781. That's really important, and it links me to a very notable royalty, Sir John Stewart, who died at Falkirk fighting with William Wallace and Sir Andrew Murray. So again, when I broke down my haplogroups, it started out with my biological father with the RM269, and then it goes down to the numbers that I need, RL21, and then it breaks it down to this 744. And again, when you looked at this, 744 is right here for what you need to be royalty. And mine right here, my DNA goes to RL744, and then it goes even further to if you can see it, RS, this RS781. So that's RS781. And when you look at the royalty, this is again that Stewart, House Stewart, and that's RS781. So again, my DNA goes right to RS781, which I find amazing. And now I'm going to do a bigger test. It's called the Big Y700. So they can take all of my paternal side and verify, match it up with, Royal House Stewart. They're very anxious to see my results and everything. And once those are all uploaded, I have all that information. Then I'm going to go to Scotland. I'm not going to Scotland now with my clan Galbraith, that I'm looked at lesser than somebody else. Their paternal side has Galbraith. I'm just as Scottish as anybody else. And with royalty, even more so. And if this comes out on my paternal side that I'm Royal House Stewart, when I go to Scotland, I'm going to have my 10th book, my second trilogy. And with that unbelievable, one of the greatest things I've ever found out about myself, as I keep finding out, I'm going to walk up, there's a royal mile to Edinburgh Castle, and I'm going to put on my Royal Stewart, not a kilt, it's called trews. If you've ever seen Gangs of New York, Bill the Butcher, he has them. They're these pants that you wear. And I'll have all the tartan fabric in Royal Stewart, and I'm going to cut out the butt cheeks for some assless trews. And everybody, when I walk up there, that gave me a hard time because of my Galbraith, my Scottish, mostly comes from my maternal side. They can all kiss my royal ass. So I'm very excited to take this test, see my results. I'm looking now at going to Scotland. When I have all of my results, I know 100% on my paternal side that I'm royalty with House Stewart, and bring my 10th book and everything that I'm doing. This is, again, the greatest story that I'm ever going to tell. And it goes both with my story and what I'm accomplishing, finding out who I am, and with like a biological father I haven't spoken to over 20 years, doesn't care about me or my maternal side either. Both hate me. So for me to take his DNA that is here, the only reason I could even get this ball rolling is because he is there and he has the beginning marker that I could go with and then break down all of my DNA, through 23andMe on my own DNA, my own haplogroup, all the way to Royal House Stewart RS781. So we'll see what happens. I'm very excited to find out if I'm royalty or not. And everybody that came at me, from Clan Galbraith, Lord Lion, Scottish Parliament, Scotland Yard, can all kiss my royal ass. Cheers.